Welcome back to another brand new edition of Quiddy Connection. Hope you're having a great fall season so far. Lots to highlight as always on Quiddy Connection. Once around the Bay of Quiddy, we have Three Oaks Foundation coming up. More about Gallery 121 and their fall show. But joining us now is an initiative we really would love to highlight. One of our guests on Cogeco, Lori Borthwick, who is the member of the Green Party who ran for the by-election here in the Bay of Quiddy, mentioned this person's name. She said it's a fabulous initiative and we really love to have this on. So Phyllis Kaufman is joining us behind the Everyday Heroes Coat Drive. So Phyllis, it's so great to meet you. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to, thank you for having me.
How did this initiative start, Phyllis? Is this a one-woman show or are you with an organization?
I am completely independent, but we've been gathering people as we went. The first one we ended up gathering was Shelley. She has been helping with any of the coats or clothing that I bring in. She has been washing them, bagging them accordingly. Some of the things got taken down to Grace Inn. Some of them directly down to the church. There's been Three Oaks, also the Three Oaks store now. So it's been all over the place. So
good to hear. Yeah, the Three Oaks store just here in downtown Belleville, which is nice to see. So Phyllis, why did you want to start Everyday Heroes Coat Drive? What year did this start for you?
Just this past winter. I had moved back and you try to do the little ineffective things on your own. And that wasn't working out. I didn't feel I was touching anything. So I went to my party, which was the Green Party, Lori. And with her, they set up a series of speaking engagements out in Picton. A lot of them to do with the homeless, the housing situations, and so on that are existing right now, including mental health and so on. I'm here in Belleville, so I've been trying to look after the ones that are outside my window, if you know what I mean. I'm not, I don't know how to put this, not doing anything that I don't just consider just doing what's right. We were, I mean, I'm an older generation. We were raised to simply, you look after each other. And what we have been finding on Belleville Neighbours, the website that we, the Facebook page that we use for this, people are more and more becoming neighbors again. They've been stepping up and helping. I'm always on there with my hand out. That's an understatement. I mean, one day I'm in dire need of coats because we're out of coats, or now we're looking for all of that. We're looking for the coats, but we're also looking for things like the long johns, the blankets, the tents, and so on. Anything that helps keep them alive through the winter. It was kind of devastating when we heard on the news it'll be another year before the Alhambra Hall opens as the bridge. And that's devastating. That's another year. That's a whole nother winter that's before us. So.
Yeah, and for folks who are outside the Belleville region, Belleville made national headlines earlier on this year in 2024. Mayor Neil Ellis declared a state of emergency on homelessness, just citing we had a string of overdoses that was just a terrible situation for all those involved. Paramedics stretched their limits. Everyone else, we're trying to get enough resources in place. But as you mentioned, yeah, the bridge is going to be a while. It's supposed to be a new integrated care hub, and Mayor Ellis has asked for some big money from the province. A lot of organizations haven't heard a whole lot. United Way, one of the members speaking to different city councils, saying that, we need to speed up this, as you've rightly mentioned, Phyllis. So how can people get involved and support Everyday Heroes Coat Drive? Because you're one of the real champions on the ground, really helping people out on a daily basis. You don't need a big organization to make an impact, as you're sharing with us now.
Well, one thing up front, I always state, I am not an organized charity. All right. I am simply me doing my thing. And Shelley and the others that have been joining on. I want to mention Kate is an absolutely amazing young lady who single-handedly, or pretty darn close to it, fed the warming center last winter. Single-handedly. So any food donations that come through me, I take it immediately to Kate. She does an amazing job. Um, the things that we need, I mean, like, first of all, housing. That's an incredibly frustrating topic when you see some of the prices. People on ODSP, welfare, unemployment insurance, pensioners. Nobody can afford the rents that are out there. There was one little old man who came up to me last year and he said, Phyllis, I need to tell you my story. And I said, okay. And he told me how he put his two hands on there and he said, my wife died and there went half the income of the household. And he ended up on the street. This man was about 90, 80, 80 plus. You know, this is wrong. We've got people who have, free, you see them out there. They've lost toes and feet and things because they froze. And yet they're still living out on the street. How are they going to survive this winter?
So Phyllis, has there been any big organizations that have been helping you out? You mentioned just off air there the AHL team here in Belleville.
The AHL team, the Belleville Senators, I want to say I have the most incredible bosses there you could ever ask for. Ben Cochran is one of my direct bosses, and last year they had donated because they knew what I was up to. They donated two great big garbage bags full of the heavy hoodies, plus a bag full of the long sleeve t-shirts, plus two great big bundles of toques. So the toques actually separately went down to the warming center, and the other one went to directly to the church. The shirts and all that were distributed out through Grace Inn. So that's the Belleville Senators are absolutely amazing people. So
Good to hear. Yeah, and for folks out of Belleville, we're talking about the Bridge Street Church. That's kind of been the hub for support for the past several years here in the city. So Phyllis, have you had any support from the city of Belleville directly or city councilors?
well, Chris Millette, I want to say a huge thank you to Chris Millette. He's been absolutely amazing with us. I got in touch with him one morning and I showed up at the church at 10 after 8. We were cleaning outside, and I had mentioned to him that there were piles of garbage bags. They were cleaning themselves as well, but the bags were left there because what are they going to do with it? They can't use the church dumpster because uh, the church has to pay. It's a budgetary thing. I understand that. And there are no garbage cans there. So the garbage bags were just left. So Chris, um, by quarter after, sent us a front end loader and a dump truck to remove all the bags. So that's a huge thank you.
And that support from Councilor Millette, was that just recent, Phyllis, or a couple months back?
That would be about a couple of weeks ago,
Okay.
2, 3 weeks ago. So we're making a commitment, my group of friends, we are making a commitment that every 2 weeks or so we're going to be down at the church keeping it clean. So this isn't just a one-day coke drive. This is something that we're going to be continuing through the entire winter again. Right now, before the chilly weather started hitting, we were at about 135 coats towards next winter, or this coming winter. So the lighter coats, the lighter winter coats, have already gone out. All right. Now all we've got held back right now are the ones for the blustery, rotten, cold days, and we've got just a few tents put aside that didn't go out this past little while, and a few winter sleeping bags. So it's not even a drop in the bucket compared to what we're going to need,
Yeah. So for
but
viewers that are watching this, Phyllis, that have some extra coats, some secondhand coats, maybe a new coat that doesn't fit anymore, or an extra tent or sleeping bag, how can they physically get all those items to you? Do they just find you on Facebook, or how does it work?
I don't mind giving out my email address. I don't mind giving out that kind of information, in which case they can contact me that way, or they can find me on Belleville Neighbours and send me a private message and I'll come. I pick up.
Oh,
We go out
perfect.
and pick it up because too many things don't get donated because people can't get it there. A lot of the people that have been giving things over have been from a family member that has passed on, and they don't have the physical means of getting it to somewhere. So I pick it up. I take it. So
Good for you, Phyllis. Once again, Phyllis Kaufman. Phyllis, I really greatly appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for all that you've been doing and all that you continue to do. Do you need any more assistance from us, Phyllis? Do you need more volunteers, people helping you spread the word? Do you need any other additional assistance?
we'll take anything we can get. Because like I say, the numbers are through, they're going up. So we'll take any help we can get. Just get in touch. Email address is everydayhero13@gmail.com. And they can find me on Facebook on Belleville Neighbours.
Well, thanks, Phyllis. Really appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you.